Guys, Rock and Rob back at you again. We're going to talk today a little bit about the Nimbus atomizer and the advantages of it and the disadvantages of it, how it vapes. So that's what we're going to do. So let's get our hats on backwards, get our shit kickers on, and let's kick some shit. Alright, now once again, like I say, I don't get paid to review these mods and atomizers. Companies don't send me atomizers and mods to review, so when you look at my review, you're going to get straight up version of what I think about these mods and these atomizers. If they're good, I'm going to tell you they're good. If they're a piece of shit, I'm going to tell you they're a piece of shit. Alright, let's get right to it. Nimbus atomizer, right here. Drip tip does not come with it. You have to buy that separate. This is your Nimbus atomizer, right here. It has the Filipino flag etched on the front of it there. I don't know if you can see that or not, and the Nimbus logo. Now, the Nimbus atomizer, I'm going to have to screw it back on here because these O-rings on this thing are so tight that you can't hardly pull it off without it. Now, I mean, that is tight. Good and tight, I like that. I've been vaping off this thing for about 2.5 weeks. Hadn't had any spillage whatsoever from it. It's been pretty awesome, actually. The Nimbus atomizer, it has 2 insulators in it, one in the top and one in the bottom. The one in the bottom is high heat resistant, so that's good. It has a spit back protection and a flavor booster. You can see the hole size in this thing. Okay. Now, when you get your Nimbus atomizer, the air holes, you see these air holes, how big they are? Well, they've been drilled out because the air holes they come with is like something like 1 millimeter. They're really, really small. And I like a hot vape, and I like a lot of vape. So the bigger your air holes are drilled, the more air it's going to suck you in, and of course the hotter it's going to be, the hotter your vape's going to be, and the more vape you're going to produce. But now these have been drilled out to 1/8 of an inch. Those are pretty good size air holes. Now if you're new to vaping these rebuildables, I probably wouldn't start out twice that big on my air holes. I would actually probably start out at something like, well, 1 millimeter, 1/32, something like that is what it comes with. I would probably start out, start low and work your way up until you get the right size air hole. I'm gonna say start with something that may be 1/16, and then maybe move up to 5/64, then maybe 3/32, and then finally, or whatever, 1/8 if that's what you want. Like I say, I like a hot vape, so you just ain't gonna get that kind of smoke out of a 1 millimeter hole. The draw is just too hard out of those small holes that it comes with. But I mean, one good thing about it is it does come with pre-drilled holes. A lot of these atomizers don't come with your pre-drilled holes, but a lot of companies now, I've noticed online, when you buy these Nimbus atomizers online, they offer free drilling. So if I was you, like I say, I would start out with maybe a 1/16 hole, and when you get it, at least you'll have a starter hole. And if that's not big enough for you, then move on up gradually. One drill bit at a time till you find the size that you want. Now, let's talk a little bit about the deck. Okay, you have 3 posts on this thing. You can't see it from my wick, but there is a center post there. You have 1, 2, 3 posts. You have 1 positive and 2 negatives. Well, now with that gives you the ability to run dual coils and quad coils on this atomizer. But if you'll notice how small that deck is, now I can put quad coils on that. If I put something like a micro coil or super nano coil like I have on here now, I could get full coils on there. But I mean, if you're running, bigger coils, it's just going to be really, really tight in that small deck to try to put full coils in. Because if any of your coil at all touches any of this deck, it's going to short out on you. So, I mean, the coils have to be up off the metal deck and off the metal posts. So, like I said, it can be done, and I can do it. But for a beginner, this is really a small deck to try to build quad coils on, which a beginner really shouldn't be building quad coils anyway. But, you get some newbies out there that, I'll build these, well, go ahead and build them and blow yourself up. Do what you want to do. But I'm just telling you from experience that this deck is awful damn small to put quad coils in. Like I say, unless they're micro or nano coils. Now that can be done probably pretty easy. Intermediate to experienced vapor can put quad coils on this smaller deck. And it's a sleek deck. So I mean I like that. It's got a deep well on it. So you can put a lot of wicking in there if you want to. Me myself, I don't use a lot of wicking. I use just enough for what it's going to take. Because the more wicking you've got in these things, especially running through the coil, then the more chance when it dries, when you suck all the juice out of it, you're going to get a burnt taste. And I just really do not like a burnt taste at all. Now I'm dripping drops in this thing here, and that's what I'm going to show you about the spit back protection here in just a second. It's really amazing. I've just dropped 5 drops down in there and they're gone. No e-juice in my mouth, just good flavor. I mean, that's all it is. As far as anything bad to say about the Nimbus atomizer, I really just don't. I really don't have anything at all bad to say about it, except for I don't really like the small deck on it. But that's my own personal preference. But I mean, as far as overall, this Nimbus atomizer is top notch. It's a Filipino atomizer. They vary, different prices, from $69 to $62, $54, just depending on where you go, on the web to buy these things. In the stores, you're probably going to pay a little more than that for them. I don't know exactly what, but I'd say it'd be higher than it is online. This is actually, I think this is actually the V4. There's a V3 and a V4. This is a Nimbus V4. And it just, I mean, it vapes really good. Like I say, I've been vaping this thing for 2.5 weeks, man, and I love it. Just really got nothing bad to say about the Nimbus. It's just, it's great. Any drip tip you put in it, it's going to fit in there, and it's going to fit tight. Just an awesome atomizer. So, really, if I was you, I'd probably run out to the store or run out, get online, and I'd pick one up today. because the Nimbus, the Trident, the Patriot, top notch. I mean, really good atomizers. That wasn't actually e-juice I got in my mouth. I had something in my mouth from earlier and I was trying to get it out. But anyways, like I say, just really a top notch atomizer. Like I say, I mean, I just really don't have anything bad to say about it. It's just an awesome atomizer. Now, Fast Tech, I've been looking on Fast Tech for a Nimbus clone, you know, for the newbies, maybe to start out with. You know, because, you know, $60, I mean, that's a lot of money for, you know, somebody just getting into vaping. But I really ain't found anything on here, on Fast Tech, that that really even comes close. I mean, they don't have a Nimbus style on here, I know, because I've already looked. But there's just really nothing that I found, you know, that's even close to the Nimbus on here. You know, anything that I've found that's close has only got 2 posts on it. So there's really not, I really don't know if there's a Nimbus clone or not. I'll keep checking. So I know Fast Tech don't carry them, and Fast Tech carries a lot of clones, atomizers, and mods for that matter. I have their link on my Facebook page. Go to it. Vaping, the basics. You know, check out all my stuff. I got a bunch of really good links, a bunch of Facebook links, a bunch of links to high-end mods. Got the Fast Tech link up there for newbies and clones. You know, I've just got a bunch of stuff. Rebuildables. I've got, you know, a bunch of information and how-tos on a bunch of these atomizers and stuff like that. So just check out the website, and you know, like I said, it's just filled with information. So that being said, overall, I'm going to give the Nimbus atomizer a 10, a fucking 10. Really good atomizer. Like I say, go pick one up today and try it out for yourself. But you won't be disappointed, I guarantee you. It's all polished stainless steel, really heavy constructed. And like I say, the O-rings are outstanding on it. You know, just outstanding. It's really hard to, you know, to pull off. It's not loose at all. And you don't really get any spillage. Like I said, I've been using this thing for over 2.5 weeks, and I haven't got any leakage or any spillage, even with the 1/8 hose drilled out. You know, they're kind of close to the bottom, but that's good because they're about right where the coils are at. Now, it just depends on the atomizer where you really want the hose. You want the hose, you want to try to get the hose right lined up with where the coils are going to be. So when you're sucking in on it, the air comes in through the hose and hits the coils. And, man, it just really produces the vapor. But, anyways, like I say, go out and pick you one up today. And until next time, give me a hell yeah and keep on vaping.